Heyo, what's going on? Tony Shields back with you, Great Outdoors 208. Well, hello strangers, I am back. So, as usual, I've done my disappearing act I pull on you guys every summer. I never like to. I always have big plans of doing all kinds of filming in the summer and keeping you guys up to date on what I'm up to, but I always fail at that, so it is what it is, guys. I apologize. For you that don't know, which probably a lot of you don't know, I own and operate a world-class catering company, and we also own a couple food trucks. So, as you can guess, during the summer is our go time. We are busy providing world-class catering for weddings, company parties, family events, you name it, we do it all. So, anyway, guys, the summertime is our absolute craziness go time, so we find ourselves just absolutely in it in the summer. No time for anything, just pure chaos. You know, work, no fun. So, I am back, guys. It is fall. It is late fall. I'm getting a late start this year. It is like September 22nd. I am out today and I'm gonna set up some mock scrapes and set up some game cams in some areas that looked really promising last fall and this spring. So we're just out doing some homework today, guys. I'm gonna set up some game cams. I'm gonna set up some mock scrapes with you. I'm gonna show you some synthetic sprays and mock scrape bait that I'm using this year. For those of you that don't know, we're here in North Idaho, so got to use synthetics, and I have a couple this year I'm going to use. So I'll be showing you that along the way. So anyway, guys, welcome back. Just happy to have you guys back. I'm happy to be back, and let's have some fun. I can't tell you how excited I am to get out in the woods today and set up some game cams, and if we're really lucky, maybe we'll even see some wildlife. So, all right, guys, I am driving out, little bit ways to go, probably got another 20-25 minute drive, and I will be there. So I will keep you up to date. See you on the trail. Woo! Hey guys, I am hammering some grade right now. Beautiful spot. Very steep, working my way up a ridge. Alright guys, back with you. So, I'm just cruising down a ridge, heading back to the truck. So, I hiked up a spot that I had shed hunted in the spring, and as a lot of you may know, what you find in the spring isn't the way you'd like it to be in the fall. So this happens to be one of those spots. I saw lots of movement, lots of action up here in the spring when I was shed hunting. Found lots of sign that it should be a good place, and marked it on the Onyx so I could come back this fall and set up game cams. And I'm just not seeing the sign I want to see. Plain and simple. There's not the game that I was seeing in the spring, and just not seeing use of the game trails, not seeing the poop, and just not seeing evidence of a lot of fresh wildlife. I'm finding old poop, old elk, deer, a little bit of bear here and there, but I don't know. I don't know if they got drove out of this area during hunting season. I don't know if it's just archery elk season's been hit hard up here. I'm not sure what the deal is, but moving on. This spot's a bust. So gonna go head up to a few other spots that looked good, and I'll check in with you guys there. It's just the way it rolls sometimes, you know? Check in with you soon. Bombing down this little side ridge. Going to a spot that I've been wanting to put a game cam for quite a while. I've put game cams on the other side of the ridge from here before, and it always produced. But I always wanted to check this spot out. So I am bombing down into a valley. I'm gonna work my way back to this nice wooded kind of bedding living area that they go in and out of all the time, and we'll see what we can come up with on that camera. So I've had 2 failed spots today. Already this one's looking better, it looks more active. There's a nice creek down here that they like to hit. And the good part is during hunting season, it's all kind of concentrated to the back of this valley where we're gonna put this camera. So it brings them down from 3 different ridges, all to kind of the same watering spot. That's why I've always really liked this area. Downside being is this. The reason I like it so much is it's a great spot to take my kiddos to, because it's not too bad of a hike, and it's somewhat close to town. So I'm sure you can guess the downside to that, right? It's pretty close to town. It's a well-used area. People have known about it for years. So that's the downside. Sometimes you can fight a crowd, but I just followed the really simple rules to hunting, right? Get to the spot first, hike out to the spot first, be there before the sun comes up, and you're renting it for the day, right? So that's what we do in this spot. We get out here early. I don't care if it's early fall and it's nice and warm, or if it's the end of November and we're freezing our you know what off. We're getting out there early, we're getting out there before the sun's up. And it produces every year. Every single year I know guys that take good sized bucks out of this valley, both sides of the ridge. Alright guys, so I found a sweet spot. Found where I want to be come fall if the action's good on the cam. So currently right now I'm dropping a pin on my Onyx for a sweet little blind spot I found here. So I'll show you what I'm looking at. Alright, so we have trails coming in from right there. We've got trails coming in from right there. And then we have a whole hillside that's all dropping into this valley right here. And then as I turn around into what is like a nice little natural blind in here. So we've got an option to kind of sit down in that little hole right here, or we can kind of hang out right here. We've got this log that we can kind of hide behind, and we can add a bunch of foliage right here to give us a little bit more blocking, but it'd almost be better if we kind of hid down in this little hole here, and then we could add foliage all along here and give us a nice little retaining wall of pine branches. So anyway, here's the thought, guys. So behind me, behind the blind, back through this whole area, we have a creek. And the good part about the spot we're in right here with this creek is that in the fall, the creek's not running super hard and it's not going down into the valley. It mostly stays back into the valley here, and it just kind of trickles through the creek back in here, and then it gets real heavy back in here. So a lot of the time you'll have deer that will bed back in these areas, and especially back into that. I've been all through the game trails back in there, and it's all kind of bedding areas, so I don't want to get back into there. I want to kind of wait for them to feed out in the morning or in the evening out of those bedding spots. And this spot gives us the opportunity to either get them as they're filtering back into bedding or coming out of it. We're kind of in that transition area that you want to be in. And luckily this spot gives us a transition area off of this hillside as well. So we'll get all of those deer that are approaching off of that hillside, coming back from the creek, going to the creek. And the best part is, guys, is that there's just game trails all through here. They've been traveling through here like crazy. So the cherry on top of the cake, as you can see, is a giant community rub back here. We'll go take a look at that in a minute. But anyway, guys, I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying not to get my scent everywhere. I'm gonna set up a game cam here, probably even two. I might set one up back in the approach as well and see if it might be better back there. So I'm gonna get one up close and personal in this spot to check out this this area that has high potential, and then back through my approach way back there that I came in on, there looked to be a lot of action coming in from multiple different areas as well. It was a nice little conversion spot. So we'll see about that. Alright, so this is what we're working with, guys. So I've got my tree. This is where we're going to set up our mock scrape. So I'm going to just absolutely dig the hell out of this area and make a big scraped out, rubbed out area. I'm going to be absolutely spraying up and gooing up all these licking branches so they can come and just feed and tear the hell up out of these. I'll also put some on the side of the tree here. But yeah, I'm going to set up my scrape right here. And if I stand in the area and then look back over here, that's the blind area I was showing you earlier. We could be right there, or we could be tucked back kind of in there. And then there's actually down here another, I don't know, maybe call it 75 yards. There's another nice little blind area in there. So this spot offers us everything we're looking for. We have a community rub over here. You know, obviously a big game trail. Major game trail back in here. They'll be cruising right by this mock scrape. And then we have multiple options for natural blinds, so I don't get mine stolen again. Alright guys, I'm gonna get to work on this. I'll set up the camera, do a little sped up video on what I'm doing, and then I'll also show you the product I'm using this year for the synthetics. So I'll be back in a minute. I've got all this dug up. As you can see, I was kicking it, scraping the heck out of it with a stick or a log or whatever you can find. You can bring a shovel or whatever you want to pack along, you know, any kind of gardening tool. I just pack a little foldable saw, so I just usually grab a old stick, find a nice stick, and make it work just like you saw. So it doesn't take much, you know. You just have to have some boots, do some kicking, and grab a stick and do some digging. So, all right, guys, this is what I'm using this year. So I got this, let's see, let me give you some better light. Okay. So I got this Wildlife Research Center scent reflex technology. So this stuff was designed for rut time. I'm gonna go ahead and use it on some of my branches and stuff anyway, and just get them ready to play, but they should be going into rut pretty soon anyway, so that will work out just fine. So we're gonna use that. And then same company, guys, we got a hot scrape. So both of these are synthetic, as you can see. They even do 100% money back guarantee. That is pretty awesome. So what we will be doing is taking this stuff, applying it all throughout this dug up area that we dug up and kicked up and scraped up, and then we'll be putting it along this tree, and then if I can get it up into here, I'll use it up there too. But this is a 4-ounce bottle, which is a pretty generous amount, so we'll probably use like half of that for this scrape so we can save it to do another one as well. And then, like I said, we'll be using this spray all throughout these branches, and I'll hit the dug up part with it as well. And we're gonna be cleaning up a tree over here, and we'll be setting up our first game cam there, and that will be it for today. I got a bunch more cameras to put up in other spots, different ridges, different areas, but as far as this particular spot, this is going to be the only cam in this area. So decided that's what I'm going to do. I was thinking about putting one in an entryway back here too, but I don't see any point. If they're coming through this valley, they're coming through right here. So that's what I'm doing. All right, guys, first things first, I'm going to hit it with the spray. So make sure to get it really saturated, guys. You want it to really leak into all that moss, all that little bark stuff, and get it to stick really well and really soak in so they are apt to come enjoy it. Wow. That's really not wanting to focus. The focus was all messed up. Anyway, I'm just, like I said, I'm just spraying the hell out of these branches, getting the stuff to really soak in, getting the tree. Ooh, almost missed one. All right. These ones are gonna get hit hard. All right, and then I'm just gonna spray some down here. All right, I probably used about half that bottle, guys. Wildlife Research Center. We'll see how it works. It's supposed to work really good, and obviously the most important thing for us here in Idaho is the fact that it's a synthetic. There's a lot of good synthetics out there. Buck Fever is one of the best out there. Love that stuff too, but like I said, ran out of time this year, was running last minute, didn't have a chance to order it, just ran to my nearest sporting goods store and was able to find these synthetics that I'm using. So going out on a whim and trying them out. We'll see what they think. All right, guys, so time to spread the hot scrape. So as I said, we're just gonna kind of spread that all over the place there. Gonna get that all over the place. And get the side of the tree with it. Alright. Alright, so I went ahead and just used it all, guys. It's just a little 4 ouncer, so hopefully that will do the trick, and that will get them coming in and getting excited. And I'm sure it will. These synthetics typically work really well, so guys, if it means anything, it stinks. It's gonna work good. It absolutely reeks, that's for sure. So guys, got it all done. It's all over the side of the tree, all over the branches, all in the dirt we dug up. I've got it on me. I don't know what that means. Maybe the wife will get fired up? I don't know. Alright guys, so the plan now, time to get the camera in place. So take a look at what we got here. As you can see, it's recording us right now. Got my game cam all set up to watch our mock scrape. So it's gonna get kind of this whole area, this whole field, but it's absolutely gonna get that game trail what's coming out, and that game trail what's coming out, and then hopefully we can kind of concentrate them here at the scrape, so they're just in this general area of being on camera. So guys, it is that time for me to get out of here. For one, you just don't want to spend a bunch of time where you just built a scrape, and two, time to head to town to get the kids from school. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking to the end of the video. Please hit that like button. If you learned something, or if you just thought, hey man, I just like your videos, please show some appreciation, hit that like button. That helps the algorithm so much. So anyway guys, also don't make fun of how I talk. Oh man, some days. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button, please, so you can see videos coming up. I do this for you guys. It's just fun. It's fun to be out here, getting my work done, and taking you along for the ride. So smash that like, hit the subscribe button, click that bell so you can see all the videos coming at you this fall throughout the winter. Anyway, guys, thanks a bunch for stopping by Great Outdoors 208. Tony Shields, much love. Check in with you next time. Peace out.